Where are we in regard to end time final events? What does this most current Pope Leo have anything to do with it? Well, I have a blog you can go to on my website and read it on the possible significance of Pope Leo. For example, his name means lion, and as Revelation 13 says, the papacy is the front man for Satan. So that's not the Lion of Judah. It's the lion, as 1 Peter 5 says, wants to devour you. It's also significant to note that popes in the past that also took the name Leo wanted to do things like take universal papal authority to rule civil and religiously, as well as the Pope Leo who wanted to execute and excommunicate Martin Luther and crush out the Protestant Reformation. Now, we also find in Revelation 14 the three angels' message, and just after that in the same chapter is a description of the second coming of Jesus, meaning that the messages, the gospel contained in that three angels' message is going to go to the world, and then all things are going to wrap up. Jesus said in Matthew 24 a list of several signs, all of which we're seeing fulfilled, with the exception of the gospel going to the world. That one still has not happened yet. Now, the best way I can think of to say where are we in history, I believe that we are in the toenails of the Daniel 2 statue. The feet of Daniel 2 represent the modern nations of Western Europe. And if we look at signs elsewhere in the Bible, such as Revelation 13, the Bible says that there will be a false revival that is coming that shortly precedes the mark of the beast crisis. And with recent events regarding a recent unaliving, we may be beginning to see the beginnings of that false revival. And that in itself shortly precedes the real latter rain revival that God will pour out on his people. Now, if you've watched my pinned videos, you already know that I believe the coming mark of the beast crisis is going to be a national turned global Sunday law. Now, the United States already attempted to pass that over 100 years ago in the 1880s, meaning that Jesus was ready to return back then. So, folks, we're living on borrowed time. Based on all the signs we're seeing in the Bible across Matthew 24, Mark 13, Luke 21, Revelation 13, and others, we're that close. We are just a hair's breadth away from the final crisis happening. I believe the main thing God is waiting on is for his people to be ready. Revelation 7 says God sends a messenger to the four angels, the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds back, to say, hurt not the earth, do not release the winds until the servants of God are sealed in their foreheads. Meaning, they are so settled in the truth, they are so settled in Jesus that they cannot be moved. And it is then and only then when the final crisis will happen. That is where I believe we are in prophetic history. You can also check out a series on YouTube by Walter Veith called From Crete to Malta. That is a very good explanation of the same question.